So join us. It's gonna be exclusive.
America has a problem.
Miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit.
Okay. It's Bitch for Real podcast. So we going live. How's everybody feeling?
We
I'm your
here.
host, Hella Fly
Nice.
Live. We got another host, Elegance in the building, and we got a special guest host, Kiani. Yes.
You know what it is.
It's late. It's still popping, and we just having a conversation. Some random thoughts. Ain't nothing
Random
wrong with that.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Random thoughts. Random thoughts. Elegant, set it off. Let's hear your random thoughts. What do you think about randomly?
Getting
Talk
this
about
money.
what else?
Ugh.
No. You ain't gonna get out of this one, that one, this one, that one, even this easy, motherfucker. Talk about some random thoughts that bring trauma. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put her into this shit. We gotta take her back all the way to her childhood experiences and the things that she went through and where she grew up at, and how her name was dragged through the motherfucking mud. And now that we finally got a platform, can I get some sound effects for that? We finally got a platform.
Oh my God.
So now it's time for her to talk and tell her fucking side of the story on, what's been haunting her. Let's talk about it.
My shit would be accountability. Like,
Right.
I guess the thing that bothers me most is the hood shit, the lies,
Right.
the
Deception, dishonesty,
deception, dishonesty, and
no loyalty at all.
just niggas just trying to, just everybody, and
I was about to say that. You got
Yeah.
listen. On this podcast, we gonna set some bars and some standards today.
Okay.
Whenever we
We are,
speak
we are.
about something, we gotta put names on it. You gotta talk about who you talking about. Cause guess what? This is all allegedly. Everything we speaking about is allegedly. You gotta go do your own research. We just speaking our point of
Allegedly.
view, and we giving you random thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So continue.
I would be talking about hood creeps, putting titles and labels on chicks that they was doing this and that, and girls saying that they was doing this and that with guys, and it wasn't so. And coming up in the hood, that shit held a lot of weight.
Yeah. I mean, that's some New York shit.
I mean, I don't even think it's some New York shit. I think that's some American shit. Because I can go to South Carolina to the Gullah Festival and they'll be telling me some shit that somebody said about them and it ain't so. But
So
when you
basically,
grow up,
you talking about stuff that happened before that affects now,
it's
or
not
just
so much
bother
that it
you,
affects now, it affects your upgrowing and your well-being.
right?
Because you have to deal with so much unnecessary shit, dealing with who people expect you to be, who you are, and what they think you are.
Right.
Or who they thought you were.
Exactly my point.
But this is what we
And
need
that's
you to do.
based on another person's perception of you, which
Get
very
into it.
well might not be so.
Get into it. Talk about it.
I could give you a lot of scenarios.
Give
Like,
us a good one.
I could give you some scenarios that was placed upon me. If you let the hood tell it, I got two sides of my hood. I had my hood, which was my immediate area, and I had my hood that was probably 3 blocks outside my area, where according to that area, everybody was smashing. Mind you,
Allegedly.
nobody was smashing, not even in my area. But I
Right.
had to go through all of that shit and the perception of that, because this is who these niggas felt that they needed to be. And because who they thought that I was, it was easier to say who they thought that if I put this label on this chick and that chick, I'll come up.
Right.
So
That's
so basically most dudes back in the day put labels and stigmas on women to make themselves look good.
I can't even say it was dudes because I had chicks saying that they smashed this nigga and that nigga, and it wasn't even so. Like when I know it ain't so, I have friends of mine claiming guys that wasn't even theirs for the sake of the status that they needed in their lives.
Right.
And I had the same on the other end. I had guys claiming me for the status that they thought that they would be if they said that they smashed me. And my thing was, I don't have a problem with it either way, because it's just like when you join a clique. You join this clique because you either want to be down with it because they cool, this, that, and the third, and you just trying to find your way to fit in. But my thing is, the only problem that I ever had with that, if you gonna put some miles on this cush, let me know about it so we could be on the same page. Because I don't need niggas tapping me on my shoulders talk about such and such that they hit it, and I know I ain't smashing.
Right. So so what bothers you more, the fact that people say it or how easily others believe it?
Right.
I think it's a matter of both. But I think the thing that got me the most was it was the fact that how easy it was, because I feel like every dog that bring a bone carry a bone, and we had a lot of carrying dog trainers in the hood, and it was easier to say that this was so because you might have had a label attached to you, so it was easy to attach me to one as well. And that it just used to be a pet peeve of mine, and I spent so much time trying to prove my innocence amongst my peers, to the point where, as I'm an adult and I have a child myself, that's the age that I was going through it, and I'm just like, fuck it. You know who you are as a person, but I didn't have nobody tapping on my shoulder to tell me that.
So I understand what you're saying, but give me a situation. Give me a situation where somebody
let me say something.
Okay.
I was a virgin forever. And according to my hood, I've probably been smashing since I was 13. I'm just saying, if you gonna take my coochie or claim my coochie, at least let me enjoy it.
Sound effect. She's coming in hot.
Let me enjoy it.
And this went on a lot of times, a lot of places.
Though, if you gonna say you smashed, at least let me be like, yeah, it was good, it was not. Let me be on the same page with your fake in front and ass, and we know we all doing this for the hood because you a virgin too.
Wow.
Right.
I know the peer pressure that comes with that, but don't hurt me in the process of bigging you up. And to me, that's just new age. That was old age bullying. It's just new age bullying now.
Right.
Right. And this is before social media. So
no, it wasn't no social media.
But that's what I'm saying. People nowadays on social media, you know, when rumors get out, you know, sadly kids is, you know, committing suicide. But even though we didn't have social media when we was growing up, it's like the hood, when the hood found out, if it went around the corner or up the block, that was a big deal.
It was annihilation. And if your mother got a hold to it before your ass, that was your ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do I sit there and prove to my mother that I'm not doing what they saying other than her taking me to have an exam? Why?
So now you violated in the street and you violated, period.
Yes, the trauma comes with me being violated, trying to prove that I'm not who they said I am, who I am. And it's like my mother knew that, but you got so many versions of the truth to what is the truth.
That was gossip, bullshit gossip back in the day. So so like you say you have a daughter. So knowing that gossip spread that quickly and easily and irritated you back then, how would you prevent that from happening to your child? Like you hear somebody say something, do you listen? Do you get mad, or do you give her a chance to explain because you know you probably shouldn't believe it?
I listen to my daughter, and if I like I told my daughter, if I don't have a problem with it, I don't give a fuck who has a problem with it. So with that being said, you wipe your own ass. So can't nobody tell me shit about you. I know who I raised.
How do you tell her to handle gossip? You know, because I'm sure if she hears something, she might be stressed out. How do you tell her to deal with that?
take it with a grain of salt because people talk about Jesus.
Basically. So Kiani, so what's some of your random thoughts you got on your brain?
I'm listening to what she talking about. I'm trying to randomly pick her brain because what she talking about leads back to our childhood traumas. And you got to get to the root to the problem if you want to uproot it and get it out. So,
Right.
that shit just ties in with me, like just being short, just, people like to take advantage of your kindness for a weakness. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then, it puts a bad taste in your mouth. And after you get that bad taste, it's hard to get it out. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how many dentists you see. You know what I mean? And feelings just mean you just suppressing the bullshit. So, you got to talk about that shit. You got to get that shit out and just move the fuck on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Time don't
It's
wait
like
for no.
once they say that shit about you, it makes you the cavity creep. And in order for you to remove it, you got to get a fucking root canal because niggas is lying on you.
Right. But like they say though, when you got haters, that mean you're doing something right. So if we look at the new narratives that we do now, right? We like new iPhones. You got to accept that new update that's coming through, right? And that new update says you turn everything around now. Now, all the hate that you had was actually all the right you was doing. See what I'm saying? But at the
Right.
time, it bothered the fuck out of you, traumatized you, reprogrammed you, right? So now you gotta reprogram. You understand? You gotta understand that everything changes. Nothing stays the same. And life is lessons, not losses. So once you understand that or overstand that, you'll see the new update kick in. You know what I mean? And that new update is you gotta move on. You gotta, like, forgiveness is a new power. Prayer is the new weapon. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean? We fighting a spiritual war at the same time. You know what I mean? You're fighting two wars every day, and people don't even understand that. You know what I mean? They are choosing the wrong side by default. Half of these people don't even know how to pray correctly. So if you're praying incorrectly, who you praying to? The devil by default. So it gets deep. That's my random thoughts. What about yours?
That sounds like growth to me. So I commend you for that, and I'm thankful that you even was, as a man, able to even share that.
Yeah, like, it's my job. You gotta be a witness to God. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Without God, I don't even think I'd be here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of my hustles make me get through. You know what I'm saying? It was God. The hustles was just a hobby, things for me to do to stay busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
More of these
God is
people had
definitely
hobbies,
a huge factor.
they'd stay out of trouble if more of these motherfuckers had hobbies. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I feel like I had to learn my worth, and I had to reset, reevaluate, and relook at my life and be like, you know what? People always gonna talk. People gonna talk good. People gonna talk shit. People gonna talk about nothing. But at the end of the day, as long as they talking, you doing what you need to be doing.
Yeah, you still relevant. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is like how we know now, bad publicity is good publicity. You know what I mean? Long as somebody's publicizing something, then you got it going on. You know what I mean? So now that you know you was being held back, you know what I'm saying? You was being tested, right? To see if you can get to that, so you can get to here. Because I always tell people, right? You can't be an influencer if you ain't never influenced nothing.
I was just getting ready to say that. I was getting ready to say, I'll tell anybody any day on any platform, I am thankful, even though I talk with it. I talk about it with aggression. I am thankful for the test because the test of my childhood gave me my testimony as a woman today. So I am thankful for
Praise
it. Some lessons are taught, some lessons is bought. And I'm thankful for every lesson in my life.
So
Yeah,
now, check this out.
I
Not to
tell
cut,
people.
not to
Go
cut
ahead,
you
go
off.
ahead.
Hold on 1 second. What I'm saying is you're absolutely right. And now, after that being said, you gotta understand that your name is on the list. You know what I'm saying? And your name is on the list far as being employed by God. So you have a job to do. You have a mission and you have a responsibility to expose your testimony, like you said, right? Because that's all you can expose is your testimony. So when you do that, you will inspire others. You know what I'm saying? To get through, it's mad people going through what you're going through. You ain't the only one and you ain't the last one. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you gotta use your power to bring people back to the path. That's why I refuse to sell weed, because I'm not trying to cloud other people's minds and stop them from finding their path back to righteousness or the straight path, right? Because I can't, you know, I don't want that weight on me. It's too heavy. You know what I mean? To be someone pushing the devil's agenda for $1. That's literally selling your soul by default. But today we call it getting money.
Get money.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody say keep money, but you can't keep money. You gotta spend it. That's what it was made for. So, you know, I don't want to sit here and kick too much knowledge, but that's a random thought. You know what I'm saying?
But wait a minute, Keys. Hella Fly never told us her random thoughts.
Man, I got too many thoughts. So y'all got kind of deep on me. So
You
We
gotta
just figured we'd get it
experience
on out the way.
yeah.
They say relax, relate, and release. We did that. Your turn.
I don't know.
Try to give us
My
something
ran-
heavy though. Don't try to spin us and give us some bullshit. Like, don't try to like
Yo, nah, my shit be
Look at here,
mostly
Keys. Spill the
hilarious.
tea.
you gotta speak about a random thought that gave you trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we gotta
I'll
get
tell you a random thought that gave me trauma that a lot of people don't know. Some
Okay,
people
spill
know,
the
some
tea.
people don't know. Like for instance, September 11th, it just passed. A lot of people don't know that I was in 9/11.
Mm.
And it's been what has been like 21 years, 22 years.
But
You know, so it,
you gotta break down where you was at, what you was doing. That's the only way we feel
I
compassion.
And come to the forefront.
I was at work.
Where at?
In the building. Well, not okay. So not the building, but the mezzanine, like where they sell like. I worked in a clothing store. You got Arbonne Payne, you got the tie
In
rack.
the towers. In the
In
towers.
the towers. Where
Which
you
building?
go to get to the train
Tower
station.
Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 3.
So if it's like, I believe it was like mostly probably like under the towers.
But
The shit ain't there no more.
What
Put
I'm
it like
saying
that.
is this though. Hear me
I
out.
can't say if it was under building 1 or building 2. I don't really know. I didn't
So
get
it was
into that.
downstairs by the subway. It was down
By the
under.
subway. Yeah.
Okay. Now we
You know,
understand. You were underground.
yeah, it's 2 buildings. So I don't know if I was on building 1, building 2, but the first building that came down, that's basically where the store was.
Okay.
So 6:00 in the morning, I'm at work. I was probably about to get fired, but today I decided to go to work early. Long story short, people randomly run for the train or whatever, stuff like that. So that's crazy. But this day was it was the look of death. But anyway.
Wait, Hella Fly, I don't mean to cut you off, but bring yourself to the forefront so I can see that look. I want to look into your eyes. I see me.
All right. So basically, it was like we asking people like what's going on. They like a bomb. So I'm like, shit, it's a bomb. So we run to the door. I'm running for my life, get out the building, see that the plane hit, whatever. But anyway, building 1 get hit, building 2 get hit, running for my life. Don't speak to my family till later. Throughout life, I go through this trauma of hearing big bangs and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I'm chilling with my friends, trying to go through life, not knowing why sudden sounds and stuff like that scare me. And it's like people look at you being funny and laughing and you laughing, but somebody in the kitchen, they drop a pot and you just jumping like that, people looking at you, but you try to play it off. So it's like all through life, I'm going through trauma, not even knowing how to identify with it. But every time 9/11 come in, I gotta relive what happened. And now that I live in Atlanta, like nobody know how
The
I'm
story.
feeling or even that I was there. It's just like a sad day of knowing I could have been going 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Right.
That I just be experiencing, like anxiety or whatever. I go to the doctor, she want to diagnose me with PTSD. I don't want no parts of that. But it's like 9/11 just, so my random thought is like 9/11 just happened. And once again, I'm going through some shit that nobody know about.
PTSD.
I'm irritable.
I was going to say the same thing.
I'm irritable. And it's like, you got to watch the television and they talk and over and over and over again, they talking about the fire chief and the police department and the fire department. And I get that. Those are the heroes. Those are the people that went in and saved people. But they never talk about the other people. It's the names that they read off, but people like me and other people who are just silent or just silent. You know what I mean?
That's
Right.
Going
trauma.
through life trying to figure it out silently. And then you say stuff like people be at my job like, man, I remember where I was. And I'm just like, I was there. You know what I mean? So sometimes that's like random thoughts for me. Like, how do I express this shit is still fucking with me?
Accept the fact that it is what it is. And it just may be the PTSD. And that's the trauma from the aftermath of what happened.
But then when I hear PTSD, it's like, nah, I ain't got no PTSD, because you know how you fill out job applications and they ask you stuff like that. Like, I don't want to lose a job because they think I'm a fucking freak out. But
no, but that's
at
because
work,
what
I be
you're
fucking freaking out
associating it with.
sometimes.
Because that's what you're associating it with. But it's a real disorder. Just like people take light to anxiety. Anxiety is a real disorder.
Yeah, and I be going through anxiety. I could be going to the club with my friends and I could be dancing and it could be like a car that came close to us and I'm just sitting there and they like, why you stop singing? And I'll be like, girl. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God.
Again, that's back to results of trauma that we displace because we feel that it's like sometimes I feel like with trauma, a sense of being ashamed comes with it. Like, I can't say how I felt about how something made me feel because I feel ashamed for feeling that way. Or sometimes I even feel like I'm selfish for feeling that way because it could be worse. But does that displace what I'm feeling?
Right, because people, I sometimes I don't even want to say nothing because people be like, girl, that was 20-something years ago.
I agree.
Or they be like, girl, my aunt lost her husband.
I don't care if it was 2 minutes ago. I'm experiencing it whenever I'm going through it. And that's the thing about anxiety and trauma. Me and you could be chilling right now. We on this podcast and you could just say something about something that happened to you and it could trigger something in me because there's a such thing as triggers. That makes me remember some shit that I thought I surpassed and I suppressed years ago. But now it surfaced because you said, oh, we went to Wally World and I could have been attacked in Walmart somewhere. But to you, you looking at me like, what the hell is the matter with her? And I'm
Mhm.
looking at you, and I'm looking at you like, why the hell don't you understand what I'm going through? I can't breathe. I can't catch my breath. I'm going through trauma. I'm going through anxiety. I'm displaced right now.
Yeah. But I
But I
mean,
have to be the big girl and put my big girl drawers on and dismiss it because I feel that you don't understand.
right. I just said, well, that was just one of my random thoughts. Is like people don't even know what you're going through. And people may know, but they forget to check on you like, yo, it's 9/11. I just want to know how you was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I don't know. I just feel like even with 9/11, I just hate when people be like, oh, hey girl, call me. Be like, oh, you ain't call me in when forever. Okay, I get it. And you ain't call me neither. You can be my friend of 30 something years. You can call me and I'll talk to you tomorrow like we just talked yesterday. That's friendship to me.
Right.
But don't call me acting like it's my responsibility to do the check-in. I have a problem with
Oh,
that.
I can't stand that.
You can check on me just as well as I can check on you because at the end of the day, for both of us, life happens. So just like you want me to understand it, fall back in the same courtesies.
Yeah, I never have a problem with not speaking to my friends. I don't like you said, I don't care if I don't speak to you whenever, but when we do speak, it's like we never skipped a beat. I hate when we finally speak and you act like it's a problem or something funny happened. Like the same time I was
Nothing
away from
happened.
you, you was away from me.
Exactly.
I don't owe you
Nothing
nothing.
happened.
I used to
Life
try to
made
be
us distant.
I used to be the one, somebody got to be the bigger person. And I'd be like, yo, I was just calling to check on you. No, too much time passed. I don't have time. Too much stuff is going on.
I'm sorry.
I see you
I
when
don't
I
know
see
about
you.
you, Keys, but how you feel about this? I spent too much of my life being AT&T, and they got a whole network for that ain't paying me. So I'm tired of reaching out and texting
Ooh,
motherfuckers.
bars.
Shit.
Bars.
Yeah, I'm done with people. People is just not worth being people. You know what I'm saying? They
You
just,
done peopling?
yeah, like it's just like it's time to meet new people, if that make any sense. Because I'm not trying to sit here and say I want to get off the planet and go to another planet, right? I'm just saying it's time to start dealing with new people. These old people from the last 20, 30, 40 years has just been dead weight. You know what I mean? It's time to free yourself of that old time funk. Just get rid of it and
Well,
just
see, I beg to differ because I love my old time funk and my old time energy. I just don't feel like I don't want it to be a one-sided relationship. I love my old relationships. Like even like we reconnected. We all from the past. I love the fact that we all on here together. So if I disconnected, we wouldn't even be here today.
no,
So
no,
I
no,
love
no.
the fact that
Hold on,
we're
hold on, hold
reconnected.
on, hold on. What I'm trying to say, let me clarify.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is you gotta fuck with those that is trying to do the things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you my thing is this. Let me tell you what perspective I'm talking from. I'm not even talking from the regular normal civilian perspective. I'm talking from the perspective of a content creator, of an influencer. You know what I'm saying? And in order to do that, like I was saying prior, that you have to have some sort of a status quo in order to be a content creator, an influencer. You understand what I'm saying? Because many people could be it, but is no chance that you might be successful if you ain't an influencer. You have to have influenced a lot of positivity because because you gotta look at it like this. You could be a negative influencer. You know what I mean? Someone who's like what you would call a rapper. That's a negative influencer. They telling you to buy jewelry, spend, shoot niggas, kill, smoke drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying as a positive influencer
Mm-hmm.
perspective, I need a following that supports what I'm doing. If you don't got a following supporting what you doing, then that's not a following. That's a bunch of unwanted people hanging in your house after the party.
Mm.
So I'm saying,
And they ain't even trying to clean up.
yeah, the mission is to get new family, new friends, and new people that want to be around because they really down.
I
The
get
Not
like-minded people.
yeah, not people that's holding you down. Because
get
that
that.
will drain your energy. It will keep you mad, pissed off, and looking at life like, damn, is this all that it offers? That's because you fucking with the wrong team. And the right teams is like, damn, this life is beautiful. We want more of it. You know what I mean? So it's a perception. It's a perception and it's a strategy. You know, we old heads. If we don't move with these new strategies, we're gonna perish with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's new strategies. Niggas ain't selling CDs no more. It's streaming now. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I get that. It's just like changing your drawers every day. You change your drawers every day and wash
Look,
your ass for that
look.
fresh feeling.
We right now on 175th Street, across the street by where my car wash used to be, smoking and drinking, chilling right there, reminiscing on the block. Meanwhile, we not even on the block, but we
That's
still.
true.
You
But
understand?
that was that good wholesome feeling, wasn't
So
it?
this is the new hanging out on the steps.
This is it digitally. Y'all don't remember I used to talk on the CB radio, and I used to be having antennas on my roof talking around.
Yes.
What didn't you do?
What didn't you do? Exactly.
This,
Yes.
Look, this is the same shit. This is the same shit, but the difference is we don't got antennas and CB
Right.
radio. But right before I left New York, right, CB radio had evolved to the point where you see my wire to the mic right here? I
Mhm.
spliced into this wire, had it going into an interface, and had the interface going into the CB radio. So I was
I just
basically
feel like
using
you
this mic.
created series.
No, but I'm all fucking
Look at you giving all that good credit.
did some shit.
I really think he created series.
I wish I did. We wouldn't be here.
I can't stand her damn voice, so you should have used me. But okay.
Sirius is AI. You know what I mean? They just didn't make her that smart. It's the type of AI that you have to train. That's why you have to teach your Siri shit. If you didn't know that. Like I'm talking, matter of fact, Alexa, excuse me.
Oh,
Alexa,
please.
you
Don't
can
say it,
train.
'cause now she gonna come on.
Yeah, Alexa and Siri, same shit.
Trust me. She listening. She gonna
I
be
make
like, "How
mine
can I
British.
help you, sir?"
I make mine British. I make it a British man.
Right.
Well, he gonna be like, "What would you like me to do next?"
That's what I be doing.
Is that British or Jamaican?
Y'all use Wave?
It didn't never come to me.
Sometimes. I
I
use
got
it like when I'm traveling because it let me know where the cops are.
yeah, my Wave's got my voice on it. So it's like, hustle man, let's get to the bag. Hustle
Oh, for
man.
real?
Something's going on up front. It might be your girl. Ha 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 ha. Like it's crazy.
I ain't even know
That's
to do
dope.
that.
You could do yours. You just go into it and just set the voice. You just gotta say what it tell you to say. You gotta say probably like 35 things. And then after you say it, it's in there.
I say stupid stuff to my Alexa. I be
Just
like,
say
hey,
whatever. I'm talking
Alexa.
about ways, nigga. That way
I
you can
know,
have
but I'm talking
information
about
you
talking
talking to
about
you.
like the voice.
Ask her
That it
if
uses your
she
voice.
your
I like
best.
my little see?
Sit there and talk to her. Ask her if she your
Siri,
best friend.
turn
She'll
yourself
let you
off.
know. No, it's no such thing as friends. And if you want a friend, don't look for me. Find them somewhere else.
My Siri will be like,
She will have you
I
depressed,
don't know what you're
and you
talking
back to
about.
trauma.
I can't even do British.
I ain't gonna lie though, B. I definitely was traumatized with all the fake ass friends that I thought was real friends. That shit is traumatizing when you think somebody your friend, as soon as y'all begin to make a couple of dollars together, this nigga's already stealing from you.
My God.
Nah, man.
Yo, I think I was blessed with some good friends, but I had some friends that I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I don't know.
Think I
I'm
mean, I
sorry.
know I evolved, I changed, but I ain't veered too far from what I am. I hate when people that you was friends with for years try to tell you about yourself. Like, even if you thought that was true, even if that was the truth, why would it take you like 10 years to say fucking something? They ain't friends.
I have friends tell me I'm so smart that I'm stupid. I have friends tell me
Shit,
like,
everybody mama say that to them.
like
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. I'm gonna say I had great friends, but they were led by money, and that fucked up the friendship.
Okay.
I'm still friends with a lot of my people. And the ones I'm not friends with,
All right, I'm gonna give y'all a
Right.
random thought. Check this shit out. Check this out.
Or bad intentions.
My
or
whole
hidden
life,
agendas.
look, my whole life, right?
Mhm.
I could truly say, I feel like women and niggas
Mhm.
try to take advantage of me. Like on some shit like thinking that I'm short, so I'm pussy, or I'm short that I might be weak, or I'm short they could run this on me, or you know what I'm saying? Like try to take advantage of you. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
just little funny shit. Like I had a daycare for kids, right? And I had a young girl that I was fucking with at the time. You know, she was a woman, but she was young. You know what I'm saying? She was a
Mhm.
good girl. I'm not gonna shit on her. But once I had ran into a lawsuit and I had put that money up, and let's say she had got her income tax check and had got like 2,500. Let's say she put 2,000 up. But let's say I put 18,000 up, right? She had the audacity to tell me to pick up a broom and clean up. Now, I took that as a form of disrespect because if I was 6'5", 6'3", you would think twice about asking me to do anything because you know I'll smack your face off. Follow what I'm saying? So I feel like, and I got friends that's 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", you know what I'm saying? And they go through their little female problems too. But one problem you never gotta go through if she love you. Now, if she wants you out, of course she gonna flip on you, right? And do certain shit that make you want to get out of there. But if she love you, she ain't never gonna test you. You get what I'm saying? Like she ain't gonna not put no respect on your name. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna tell you, nigga, suck my dick. She ain't gonna tell you that. Cause she will think twice that you're gonna body slam her. Punch her fucking teeth out her mouth. You know what I'm
So
trying to
you
say?
feel like females
I feel like females will
get slick
try
because
me to see
Mhm.
if I'll do something like that to them. You know what I'm trying to say?
So
Mhm.
you feel like they were small talking you?
Small talking me, midget
Mix
bashing,
me with the bullshit.
stroking my ego, fucking with my Napoleon complex.
Mhm.
Like I done had some wicked arguments with females, like to the
But on
position.
some big shit, they talk like that to big niggas too. Chicks can just be disrespectful.
Well, I mean, I definitely figured that out. But what I began to realize was if I'm trying to be a top G, right? The problem is me. I'm doing something wrong that got the female feeling like she want to talk to me crazy or disrespect me. It ain't her because if I was on my top G shit, handling my business, doing what I'm supposed to be doing correctly, which could be far as this, never lying to her. Some females is big on being lied to. You know what I mean? It's like the
It
boy that
chaps
got
my
caught.
ass. Yes, it
You know what I mean?
does.
Because it could
Hurt
be
me with
2
the
years
fucking
later.
truth before kill me with a lie.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like women, like you gotta win their confidence back. You gotta win that back. You gotta work for that back. You gotta earn that back. It's like putting a title. It's like anybody in general. If people know you for being a liar, right? I
Mhm.
remember when I was young, I used to lie a lot. And one time, I still remember this shit that everybody in the neighborhood didn't want to talk to me or fuck with me because they said you lie. You feel me?
Man, you must
Yo, bro. And this was like I was a teenager, you know what I mean? I had to be like 12, 13, you know what I mean? But everybody stopped fucking with me and said that I lied too much. You know what I'm saying? So what it did to me was it put me in exile. And I think that's where I started doing music and basically say, you know what? Fuck 175. And I went up the hill and started chilling with Nate and them and just, fucking with the music more and just branching out, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The block like shitting on me like that made me branch out. Go hang in Joseph Hall, go hang on Monterey, go hang on Hughes Avenue, go hang, you know what I mean? Like move around. Like you feel what I'm saying? Go to the other side, the 174 Vice. Cause I went to school over there. So that gave me an outlet that my block didn't have, because not that many people on my block went to Roosevelt High School. Not that many people on the block went to Herman Ritter 98. You understand what I'm saying? So I met people going to school that people in the block didn't fuck with. I always was a politicker. I always was willing to politic. And let me tell you how I got on. How I got on and got me some shit. I don't know if you remember Michael Savio, rest in peace. Remember
Yeah, I
used to be-
remember Mike Fabio.
Yeah, I remember I used to be snatching chains with Michael Savio.
I didn't
Didn't know
know
you were
that.
doing that.
So anyway, I used to be snatching chains with this nigga. These niggas used to have me on the train standing by the door. I see a chick standing by the door with a chain on, a little Spanish chick.
I got
stand
my chain snatched, so it might have been y'all niggas.
ding
I know
ding.
somebody got a chain snatching ass.
And y'all gave me rug burn around my neck.
It wasn't. It wasn't us though, but because I wasn't snap, I wouldn't have no mask on when I did it. You know what I'm saying? I did it straight up, no mask, none of that. Until one time that nigga Michael Savio jerked me, and I had snatched some chains, and I was kind of scared. So I told the nigga, hold the chains, because if police catch me, don't catch me with the chains. They can't say I did it. This is my mindset. So we on a train, and I guess I got off the train, and he stood on the train and basically kept it moving with the chains. I gave him the whole. That right there was a whole day's work. He ain't have to do nothing. Bitch had like 4 chains on her neck. Each one of them joints probably got like 280, 300 a piece. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, you know, he wound up getting killed and all that. And it's crazy because I was renting rooms, and his little sister came and tried to rent a room for me. She didn't know who I was because I had an ad in Craigslist. You feel me? When I was telling her stories about Michael Savio, I think I spooked her. She ain't never pick up her phone and come back to get that room. And this was her little sister. You remember Michael Savio and his other sister? And they had the little sister that was real little at the time.
Mm-mm.
I got to meet
Allegedly.
her. Yeah, I know this is real. I got to meet her when she grew up. Same face, same all that. She remember who I was because everybody remember Kiani. Remember Magical Kenny B?
Yeah, Magic Man.
You know they killed him, right?
Oh,
He had a job where basically he signed the contract where he only could fuck with them Jews that do bar mitzvahs. Because I wanted him to do some music like magic and implement it into a music video for me. I felt like I could have went viral with that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, Key, you my man. I love you, but I'm under contract. I can't do nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Like the devil's had him or some shit, bro. So the nigga was supposed to go to Las Vegas to take Chris Angel's spot. You heard? And I don't know where he dead.
Is this
It
your
is-
trauma or this is your truth?
This is my
'Cause
truth.
it seemed like it turned into
This-
confessions of the soul.
This is my trauma that
I'm
I think
yeah.
about. That is my truth. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that are unsolved
These
in
are
my
random
mind.
thoughts.
Yeah, so this called, yo, listen, I've almost been here half a century. How many movies you think I watched? You know what I'm talking about? Like, my catalog is flawless. Like, my brain is electrifying. I'm like an elephant. I don't forget shit.
But
I
you
just
know
put
certain things we can't speak on because they're not here to defend themselves.
But guess
So
what?
it makes our content
But
irrelevant.
listen, but listen, all you could speak is what you lived, what you learned, and what you lost. That's all you can speak about. And if you speaking about something along them 3 lines, it's valid because it's your story. My random thoughts come from my story. My random
Right.
thoughts don't come from your story. They don't
Right.
come from her story. They don't come from his story. They come from my story because that's how active I've been in the streets. That's how much sales I've made. You feel what I'm saying? That's how many happy clients I have. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And listen, I used to tag my name on a train with the big homies, the big boys from our block. They used to go to the train yards and do all that. You know what I'm saying? So it was always about a clout chase for me, but I wasn't willing to compromise who I was for clout. So it's always been about clout chasing. That's the purpose why I perfect my fucking grind, and the reason why I perfect my hobbies and everything I'm doing while I try to put 100% into that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So you
Because
just went up different avenues to see what hit.
see, I knew early in the game that this is a buy low and sell high game.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make something out of nothing. You have to buy low and sell high. Like when I had a car wash, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I was buying $9 worth of products from the 99-cent store with 2 buckets. And I do 3, 4, maybe 5 cars before I run out of soap. Each car, they giving me $15, $20, $25 with a tip, $30. That's $30 times 5 cars. That's $150 I just made off $9. Why wouldn't I go back and do that again?
No, but it got to start somewhere. The grind had to start somewhere.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And actually, I sped past something. Let me slow up. Let's take it right back before I realized about a car wash and the value of $1. Right. The first thing how I did, what was my claim to how I was starting to grow. Right.
Mm-hmm. What the finger do?
Hold on. That's
Oh, y'all
Lance.
see me?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
back, America.
gonna send you a link to the show, Lansky,
The network tried to shut me down for being a
on
realist.
YouTube. All right. So what I was
Yeah.
saying before I send
Mhm.
Lansky the link, right? So Lansky could pull up, right? Listen, I used to start trading first. Like I found, like, boom, I went in the school. I stole some amplifiers. You know what I'm saying? I found old equipment.
You doing a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like in the hood, everybody loved me, right? All the old, cause I used to deliver newspaper, all that. So I got on my shit and started telling everybody I know, you got any old stereo equipment you don't need? Give it to me. You feel me? So I started accumulating shit people didn't want. Speakers, this, that, you know what I'm saying? So I start putting shit together. Now, what happened was when I started linking up with Joseph Hall, like Reek and all of them, salute to all of them, you know what I mean? I used to trade equipment with everybody I knew that had equipment. So I'll trade this tape deck for this double tape deck. I'll trade this for that. I'll trade, you know what I'm saying? So I eventually got me the setup that I need to start trying to make mixtapes, if that make any sense.
Right. One of my, you know what one of my first grinds was, and I did this with my homeboy Shondell. You
So
remember
we
them?
passed the trauma. We on grinds.
No, it's just random conversation. Remember them beads that they used to have in the cabs, or the older people used to have in a car to sit on? It's supposed to be make it comfortable.
Do me a favor. I don't mean to cut you off real fast.
Mhm.
Share this video to me as a message or something. I'm trying to get Lansky to pull up. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna have to come to the show, and then I'm gonna have you put the link to the show, like the link you sent us. I'm gonna have you paste it in the chat.
Yeah, am
Just
I doing that?
um, go to your phone. Get on your phone.
Mhm.
Go to the YouTube shit and then share it to me.
Okay, gotcha. But anyway, like I was saying, it was them little beaded car seats, and I remember one time somebody threw it away in the lot, and I went and got it, started, washed it off and started creating them little African bambutu beads. Remember back in the day?
Yep.
And we would sell the chain for like $5 and the bracelet for $3. So something that I paid no money for, sold it to like the whole building, made like probably like $100 in a day just by
Right.
cleaning off some beads.
My hustle was selling Flavor Ray ices that y'all niggas never wanted to pay for.
Crazy.
I had to pay for those cups.
Right.
Wish I could have did at least give me 10 cents for the cups.
Right about that. But yeah, and then I remember I started selling weed, fucking with Biz and Dre and them, helping them sell crack and all that, allegedly, right? And,
Lord.
and
So I'm not seeing where I saved this at.
wasn't working out.
Said go to YouTube.
Go to
Go
listen.
TikTok.
Go to your YouTube channel. Look for our live. Do you see it?
How's the weather where y'all at? Because it's cold here.
It's fucking was nice today.
It was nice today, but tonight is very toasty.
Right.
It's on Facebook.
What?
It says on Facebook.
You don't got it on YouTube?
I don't think so. It should have been.
Look in your destinations right now.
Well, while we're still live, how about those Redskins?
I hate sports with a passion.
Goodness, we really put it to those Eagles. You better get on board.
I don't even know what you're talking about. A whole nother language for me.
Gosh, that's trauma.
I've been active, doing things, preparing things, playing with remote control cars, flying drones, doing shit, having that real organic fun. Not watching grown men run around kicking balls.
Man, I've been doing the same thing, but I've been watching them balls being kicked.
I mean, you
Yo,
desire
I
to
fucking love
have
Tamika.
what she said.
Nah, she always be showing mad love. And I just went on my phone on Facebook and she was talk my shit about that PTSD.
Right.
Tell her put it in the comments so we all can see.
It is in the comments.
Oh,
We
I thought I
can't
was looking at it.
But sometimes I don't be on Facebook like that. So she always showing love and then I see it like days later.
What I'm saying
I
is
just
though,
know that I love you.
you gonna have to re-upload this, right?
Yeah.
Tamika know y'all be giving me
live
PTSD.
stream, right? Now check it out. You can't upload nothing longer than an hour in a live stream, and it's 51 minutes right
then
now.
we need to cut.
Right. Drop that commercial, end this feed, and then we'll pick up from there. Hit
Yes,
that
sir.
like button, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. If you like content like this and you like these random thoughts, stay prepared. Stay tuned.
Random.
Yeah, this is bitch for real.
Part 2 coming.
First live, so
Hit
bear
that
with
like
us.
button, y'all.
Random
Hit that
thoughts,
like
y'all.
button.
Everybody have them.
Shit.
It's going live talking about random shit. We're gonna have a good time, so join us. It's gonna be exclusive.
America has a problem.
Hit that end button.
Definitely.